What's the secret behind the fries on your plate or your bag? It starts with vast potato fields stretching across the U.S. Their biggest challenge isn't always weather or pests, it's wild boars raiding fields in the dead of night. Let's dive into the untold side of potato farming. Did you know that the United States produces over 44.09 billion pounds of potatoes every year? That's enough to fill more than 800,000 semi-trucks, lined up bumper to bumper from New York all the way to Los Angeles 3 times over. Potatoes may seem like a simple side dish, but here in America, they are a cornerstone of both farming and food culture, powering everything from fast food chains to family dinners. Nowhere is this more evident than in Idaho, the potato capital of the country. With more than 350,000 acres of farmland dedicated to this single crop, Idaho alone grows about 1/3 of all U.S. potatoes. To put that in perspective, that's an area roughly the size of 265,000 football fields, all planted with rows of green potato vines stretching toward the horizon. But behind this massive production lies a fascinating story. One of modern machines, advanced farming techniques, and relentless effort by American farmers. From preparing the soil to monitoring crops with drones, from harvesting thousands of pounds per hour to transforming them into golden chips and crispy fries, the journey of the potato is anything but ordinary. And yet, not everything in this story is about technology and efficiency. Out in the fields, farmers face a very real, very destructive enemy. It doesn't come from the sky as bad weather, nor from tiny insects in the soil. It's a powerful animal, roaming in groups, capable of destroying entire potato fields in a single night: wild hogs. In this video, we'll take you through the complete journey of the American potato, how it's grown, the challenges farmers must overcome, how modern machines bring in the harvest, and finally how potatoes are processed in giant factories to feed millions around the world. This is the untold story of America's potato fields, where tradition, technology, and nature collide. Potato farming in the U.S. begins long before seeds touch the soil. Farmers first prepare the land by adding compost, nutrients, and carefully tilling to create soft, aerated ground. This allows potato tubers to expand freely, producing larger and healthier crops. To protect soil fertility, many rotate potatoes with wheat or alfalfa, which naturally replenish nitrogen and reduce disease risk. Planting season arrives in spring. Instead of traditional seeds, potatoes are grown from seed pieces, chunks of potato containing at least one eye. These are spaced about 12 inches apart, laid out in endless rows stretching for miles. Specialized planters pulled by tractors can cover 10 acres per hour, while GPS guidance ensures perfectly straight lines, saving space and preparing fields for efficient irrigation and harvest. Water is the most critical factor. In Idaho, summers are hot and dry, so farmers rely on drip and sprinkler systems. These advanced systems save up to 40% more water compared to older methods. If one corner of the field dries out, farmers know instantly and can adjust irrigation with the push of a button. Crop care goes beyond watering. Farmers practice integrated pest management, a mix of crop rotation, beneficial insects, and targeted treatments. This reduces reliance on chemicals while keeping pests like aphids and Colorado potato beetles under control. Walking the fields remains part of the job, checking leaves, soil texture, and plant growth to catch problems early. By midsummer, potato fields transform into lush seas of green. Soon, delicate white and purple blossoms appear, a signal that tubers are forming underground. For farmers, it's both exciting and nerve-wracking. The size of the future harvest depends heavily on how healthy the plants remain during these weeks. Across the U.S., more than 1 million acres are planted with potatoes every year. The average yield is nearly 20 tons per acre, producing over 20 million tons nationwide. Idaho alone accounts for about 1/3 of that total. With 350,000 acres, roughly 265,000 football fields. From seed to flowering potato vine, The journey is a seamless blend of science and tradition. Technology like drones, sensors, and GPS planters make farming more efficient, but it's the dedication of the farmers that ensures each plant thrives. Together, they produce one of the most valuable crops in American agriculture, feeding millions across the country and the world. When potato farmers in the U.S. talk about threats, most people think of insects or drought, but across 35 states, the real danger often comes from wild boars. Their population has exploded to more than 6 million, and in potato fields, they cause destruction on a shocking scale. Wild boars usually move in groups, raiding fields at night. With strong tusks and snouts, they dig into soft soil, tearing up rows of potato plants and eating the tubers underground. A single herd can ruin several acres in one night. By morning, farmers may find vines flattened, irrigation lines ripped apart, and ground so churned that tractors struggle to pass. The damage doesn't end there. Hooves compact the soil, reducing future yields. Wallows left behind create pools of water that rot plants. Boars also spread diseases harmful to both crops and livestock. According to the USDA, they cause over $1.5 billion in agricultural losses every year, and potato farms are among the hardest hit. To defend their crops, farmers rely first on electric fences. Wires are set close to the ground to stop boars from pushing under. In high-risk areas, growers add motion-activated lights and propane cannons to startle intruders. These tools can reduce damage, but they rarely stop determined herds. That's why technology is now part of daily defense. Infrared cameras and motion sensors detect movement, sending alerts to farmers' phones. Some use thermal drones to scan fields at night. When boars are spotted, quick action is vital. Farmers may send out trained dogs to chase them off before the herd settles in. But no barrier can fully stop such a fast-growing population. A sow can produce 2 litters each year, with 4-6 piglets per litter. Populations rebound quickly, forcing farmers to adopt more direct measures. Hunting and trapping. In states like Texas and Oklahoma, communities organize night hunts using rifles, while large corral traps capture entire groups at once. Some regions even allow helicopter hunting, covering wide areas and removing dozens of boars in a single mission. In Texas alone, hunters eliminate hundreds of thousands every year, yet the population keeps bouncing back. For many potato farmers, these efforts are not optional, they are survival. Neighbors share traps, coordinate patrols, and work with local wildlife officials to keep pressure on boar numbers. Every acre protected matters. At roughly 20 tons per acre, saving just 10 acres means preserving 200 tons of potatoes food that becomes fries, chips, and mashed potatoes on tables across America. The fight against wild boars shows that farming is more than planting and harvesting. It is also about defending the land, day and night, with fences, technology, and sometimes rifles. For potato farmers, victory in this battle ensures that millions of meals make it safely from the field to the kitchen. As summer fades and potato vines turn yellow, it signals one of the most exciting moments of the season: harvest time. Months of preparation, planting, and protection now pay off, as farmers begin to unearth millions of pounds of potatoes hidden beneath the soil. Modern harvest is a blend of speed and precision. Specialized machines called potato harvesters dig into the earth, gently lifting tubers to the surface while shaking away excess dirt. These machines can process over 180,000 pounds of potatoes in a single day, far more than any manual crew could ever achieve. On large farms, multiple harvesters run side by side, covering hundreds of acres in just a few weeks. Timing is everything. Farmers wait until the skins of the potatoes are firm enough to resist damage, but not too late, when frost could strike. Once conditions are perfect, operations move quickly. Crews often work day and night, with trucks lined up at the edge of fields to carry the crop straight to storage or processing facilities. But efficiency doesn't mean care is forgotten. Potatoes must be handled gently to avoid bruising, which can shorten shelf life. Conveyors on harvesters are padded, and loads are checked regularly. Workers walk the rows to ensure machines run smoothly and that every potato is collected. The scale is staggering. Idaho alone, with 350,000 acres of potato farmland, produces more than 13 billion pounds each year. Across the U.S., the total harvest exceeds 20 million tons, making America one of the largest potato producers in the world. Once harvested, potatoes are quickly sorted. Trucks carry them to nearby storage facilities, massive climate-controlled warehouses where temperature and humidity are carefully managed. Here, millions of pounds of potatoes can stay fresh for months, ready to be shipped for processing or sold directly to. The harvest season is both exhausting and rewarding. Farmers push long hours, knowing that every day counts. Yet the sight of trucks loaded high with golden tubers is a reminder of why the work matters. Each potato represents not just food, but the success of an entire year's effort, soil prepared, crops protected, and challenges overcome. Once the harvest leaves the fields, the next stage begins inside massive processing plants. Here, raw potatoes are transformed into the products millions of people eat every day: crispy chips, golden fries, and creamy mashed potatoes. The journey starts with sorting. Trucks unload thousands of pounds of freshly dug potatoes onto conveyor belts. High-speed cameras and AI-powered scanners check each potato for size, color, and quality. Damaged or undersized ones are removed instantly, while the best continue down the line. This step ensures consistency, which is essential for both grocery stores and global fast food chains. Next comes cleaning and peeling. Industrial washers blast off soil, while steam peelers remove the thin outer skin in seconds. Potatoes destined for chips are sliced paper thin by precision blades, while those meant for fries are cut into uniform strips. Every step is automated, designed to maintain both speed and accuracy. Cooking is where the transformation happens. Chip slices move through massive fryers filled with hot oil, crisping into the familiar snack Americans love. Fries are blanched, fried, and then flash frozen to lock in freshness. Plants handle staggering volumes. Some facilities can process over 1 million pounds of potatoes per day. Quality control is strict. Workers and machines check texture, color, and taste at multiple points. Any product that doesn't meet standards is discarded or repurposed. Packaging machines then take over, sealing chips in bags and fries in cartons at lightning speed. Within hours of arriving from the field, potatoes are ready to ship. Despite the scale, nothing goes to waste. Potato peels are converted into animal feed, and even leftover starch is collected for use in other industries. This efficiency ensures the crop delivers maximum value, not only to consumers, but also to farmers and processors. From soil to supermarket, the potato's journey is a story of technology, precision, and dedication. What begins as a humble tuber ends as a product enjoyed worldwide, proof that modern farming and processing can turn a simple vegetable into a global staple. From the quiet work of preparing soil to the roar of harvest machines, and from nightly battles with wild boars to the precision of factory lines, the journey of the American potato is a story of resilience. Every acre represents months of labor in constant defense against nature's challenges. Farmers don't just grow crops, they protect them with fences, technology, and even community hunts, ensuring that each tuber makes it safely to storage and processing. Inside modern plants, millions of pounds are transformed daily into fries, chips, and mashed potatoes enjoyed across the world. Nothing goes to waste. Every peel, every bit of starch is reused. This efficiency, combined with tradition, turns a humble tuber into a global staple worth billions. So the next time you grab a handful of chips or order fries, remember the journey. Behind each bite lies the determination of farmers, the power of machines, and the timeless bond between land and people.